What's up, face-off fanatics? Welcome back once again. It's another fantastic geektacular match, and of course, you are here with me, Andrew the Elk Calc, the voice of the movie Trivia Face-Off, the hardest working man in the movie Trivia Face-Off. I can't, however, do it all alone, so joining me on the desk for today's exciting matchup, hey, look, it's the Caramel Mountain himself, Ryan Payne.
What's happening, Andrew? Been a while for geeks, so I'm finally glad to no longer be doing post interviews for right now, so it feels good to actually be on the desk again.
And it is a pleasure to have you here with me, Ryan. You are in for a good one, as are, of course, all of our face-off fanatics out there. We've got two incredible competitors. Now, I say incredible, but they have no record in Geek, debuting competitors, but we have seen a lot of them around the fan leagues and even in our own singles division. We've got the Sandman. That's right. There's a new Sandman in town, Sandy Robinson, or an old one, I guess. And we've got the Lil Boat, Caleb Boatman. He is an impressive competitor if you know his accolades in other divisions. So not a tale of the tape today, Ryan, but what do you think about these two competitors? Do you think there's any way you can predict what's going to happen here?
Look, if we were doing a simple singles match, I would definitely say this was going to be a bloodbath, almost like a barn burner. But because this is Geek, and even though Caleb has experience in many Geek leagues, I don't know, it feels to me that he's definitely stepping in new territory here. And with Sandy, it's honestly, these two guys are very impossible for me to predict how they're going to come out on top. All I know is that ultimately I want to see a great match between these guys. And part of me is pulling for Sandy. Another part of me wants to see Caleb come out on top. I mean, I'm also scouting out my competitions. But other than that, it's just insanely tough for me to figure out. Maybe round by round, when we check back in, hopefully my opinion will change.
All right, all those things and more. Ryan, it is going to be a super exciting matchup. Debuts, you never know what's going to happen. But the competitors, they have a pretty good idea. Let's cut to them and see what they had to say.
It's Lil Boat. Here's the thing. I am panicked right now because of all the things going on in the world. I have a lot more time on my hands because my in-person classes were canceled. So I can play in leagues I probably never would, like Geek. I'm not good at Geek, but I'm here because I don't have anything better to do. Let's play.
Oh, hello there, everybody. It's the Sandman. It's been a while since I've been back in the movie Trivia Face-Off, and this is the first time I've been back for Geek. And thanks, guys. You guys just had to put me in my first match in Geek up against Caleb, Lil Boatman. Seriously, like, I couldn't have rolled a worse person to be against. He's gonna clobber me. He's a special player. So I hope that I can put up at least a good fight and give you guys a great match. But, the simple fact is he's just one of the best. So bring on the pain.
All right, Ryan, we have a lot of words between our competitors right there. Caleb, just glad to be here, and we are, of course, glad to have him. Great competitor. Sandy, ready to get into this. There's a couple of guys really want to get that win, so let's bring them in right now. Let's get ready to face off, folks. Introducing first, making his MTFO Geektacular debut, he is Sandy, the Sandman Robinson.
With that much adored applause, as I can see.
All right, big welcome for Sandy. Let's get his opponent in here. Also, making his movie Trivia Face-Off's Geektacular debut, he is the Lil Boat, Caleb Boatman.
Oh, seems the crowd is really loving both of our competitors here.
It's so crazy. It's almost like we're typing in audience applause and it's way too loud. Thanks, editors. You do the best job out there. All right, we have our two competitors on the desk. Obviously, they know a little bit about this game. We will go ahead and we will start off by reading you the rules for round number one. This is round number 1 of a GEEKTACULAR matchup. That means you will be receiving 10 questions from various GEEKTACULAR categories. Competitors, remember, GEEKTACULAR categories expanding in the MTFO. You may see some movies that might previously not have been there. Each question will be worth 1 point. Once asked the question, you will write it down on your board. Once we ask you for the answer by name, you will show us your board and verbalize at the same time. There is no penalty for missing and no stealing available in this round. Throughout the course of the match, each competitor will have 3 repeats and 1 challenge. The repeats may be reused to reset your timer at any time. And of course, the challenge, if you have a problem with the question, we will review and see what happens. If your challenge is upheld, you will keep it. If not, you will give up the challenge. With that, gentlemen, I will ask first to Sandy. Are you ready?
Oui.
And Lil Boat, are you ready?
Yes. And
All right, I'm excited about this one. And with that, we are all ready to go. So Ryan will be asking you your first question.
All right, let's get this started. And gentlemen, your first question is in the realm of Middle Earth. That's right, you heard me, Middle Earth. Martin Sokas plays Celeborn, the husband of what character in the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Now, did I say his name right, Sokas, or is like Django, the sea is silent?
Well, Ryan, I can't pronounce Lord of the Rings character names, and that transfers over to some of the actors because I don't know. Gentlemen, we have a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down.
All right, we will start off with Sandy.
I have nothing.
All right, and to Boatman.
Galadriel?
That is correct.
That is the
1
correct
point.
answer.
Nice.
All right, Boatman on the board. Just getting started. Gentlemen, question number 2 coming your way is in the mixed bag category. Could be just about anything. Your query: what comic book film adaptation features the character of Tom Sawyer, U.S. Secret Service agent?
You're going to be surprised. In The Adventures of Huck Finn, when I'm reading the book, I never thought Tom Sawyer would actually aspire to work for the government.
Does not seem very likely. I gotta say that. And we are gonna go with 5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm going to repeat.
We have a repeat, gentlemen. Mixed bag category. Yes, we have a repeat from Sandy on the board right now. Your repeat, gentlemen. Mixed bag category. What comic book film adaptation features the character of Tom Sawyer, U.S. Secret Service agent? Secret Service, I mean, seems like a very interesting job. Lots of movies with Secret Service agents, gotta say.
Yeah, kind of makes you wish that maybe if we ever have another like TV show can be all about the Secret Service instead of, another Aaron Sorkin type of white, the West Wing kind of show.
All right, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. We will go to Caleb first for answers.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
LXG, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, correct. Sandy.
Yeah, as soon as I finished writing my words down, I knew that was the right answer. I said Road to Perdition.
Road to Perdition. Another miss for Sandy, unfortunately. 2 points so far for Caleb.
Well, that wasn't a bad guess, though. I mean, Road to Perdition, you expect to see like the law in a gangster movie. But with that being said, let's move on to our third question in the realm of DC. Just DC movies, gentlemen. No DCEU or Worlds of DC. But here's the question. Who directed Superman 3? And that's it. Yeah. Nothing more to be said.
One of the original superheroes, Superman, obviously standing for truth, justice, and the American way. Although he also stands for a couple of pretty bad movies, in my opinion, unfortunately.
If you read the comics, you kind of learned he rescinded his American citizenship. But on another note, we are counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is time, gentlemen. Sandy, we'll start with you.
I got nothing.
Caleb, let's go to you.
Is it Richard Lester?
That is correct. Richard Lester.
Wow.
Caleb absolutely taking control of this round so far, but as always, 10 questions deep in Geektacular, so you got good time to make up some points. Let's see if you can do it in this next category, Wizarding World. And in honor of my favorite announcer for Wizarding World questions, gentlemen, your question is, where do their Harry and Cho Chang share their first kiss in that the Order of the Phoenix?
Oh,
How's my hillbilly impression, Ryan?
that you definitely had his tone down. Definitely, I'm trying to think, and his pronunciation on how he said how it will go. And they're this person, and they're that person.
And 5, 4,
Like
3, 2, 1. Pens are down. Caleb, do you have the answer?
The room of requirement.
Room of requirement, correct for a 4th point on the board. Sandy.
The room of requirement.
And he strikes. He is on the board.
Yep, that's just how you go. I mean, everyone has a late start, and with this many questions, anything can happen. So let's go to our 5th category, gentlemen, and it is the DCEU, or maybe I should just start saying World of DC so we can, get rid of the confusion. Let's just go with that. Who voices the Karathin in Aquaman? Or how's Nicole Kidman would say it? Because I love it hearing in her voice. The Karathin. Oh, I guess I just love Nicole Kidman. How do you feel?
We all. Definitely some impressive performances in her catalog. This was one that hopefully these gentlemen will remember this film here. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
All right. That's a repeat from Sandy. Here we go. In the world of DC, who voices the Karathin in Aquaman? Yeah, just like with Lord of the Rings, that pronunciation is not going to age well with time.
All right, 2 repeats used so far by Sandy. Hopefully it can pay off. He can get that point up on the board in this category. He will have to answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down.
All right, Sandy, we will start off with you.
I don't know. Julie Andrews.
That's correct.
Boatman.
Mary Poppins.
I was going to hold for suspense. Yeah, but he is correct. Yeah.
That is correct. He says, I don't know. Did he in fact know it? Is he messing around? We don't know, but good point to get up on the board. Caleb still looking solid all the way through half of the round. No misses yet. Will it happen here? Caleb, question number 6. Sandy, for you as well. What is the name of Matt Murdock's law partner in 2003's Daredevil?
I'm going to be honest.
Here in the Geek League, we've had a lot of clarification questions asked of the announcers recently, and I'm surprised that we didn't get one here. We will see. And
Well, it's too early to tell between us.
5,
I'm pretty sure I will get both of those.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens are down. We will go to Caleb.
It's Jon Favreau's character, but I don't know his name.
It is Jon Favreau's character. That's the first miss for Caleb. Does Sandy have it?
I said Foggy Nelson.
Franklin Foggy Nelson, correct for the point.
Good job.
Also played by a Mighty Duck on TV.
Yep.
All right, good point. Good point for Sandy there.
Elton Henson or Eldridge Henson. I can't remember his name. It starts with an E. But let's go on to our next question in our 7th question in the category of movie quotes. Here we go. This one will either break the camel's back or will bring Sandy even closer to catching up to Caleb. And here's the question. What MCU film has the following line? Wait, I didn't steal anything. I was returning something I stole.
Personal experience tip for you, Ryan. I've tried this one many times. The cops never believe you.
Neither were your parents or your grandparents.
That is absolutely true. All right, and give them
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, gentlemen, and we were going to start with Sandy, what do you have?
I said Spider-Man Homecoming.
That is incorrect, unfortunately. We're going to go to Caleb.
Sounds like something Chris Pratt would say. Guardians of the Galaxy?
That is incorrect. The actual answer was Ant-Man.
Man.
Oh,
Yeah, makes way more sense.
I think I might even know what the something he's referring to in this quote is. That's a miss for both competitors. Still very tight game, 2 points separating, and we've got a few left in this round, gentlemen. As we get into the home stretch for you, question number 8. The opening scene of, well, we just heard about this film, Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2, however, is set in what year? The opening of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is set in what year?
And for those in the live chat that's just not following, this is still MCU, okay? No, I just figured the moment we have people start commenting like, oh my god, they didn't say the category. We know what we're doing, guys.
I had a feeling that they might know it was an MCU film when I read the name Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
But we know the internet. There's always that one person.
5,
There's always
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Lil Boat.
1979?
Oh, so close. Sandy.
If he's close, then I'm not. So I said 71.
1980 is the year we were looking for. 1 off for Caleb.
get some croissant and bacon, egg, and cheese on that sandwich. And let's move on to our next question in the category of heroes and villains. In the end credits of Spider-Man Far From Home, what two MCU characters are revealed to be Skrulls?
Oh, that's very interesting.
As a comic,
Good for this category. Sounds like we could have the potential for someone who is both a hero and a villain.
and as a comic fan, that actually was a nice little teaser. All right, guys, we're gonna count down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, and Sandy, we will go to you.
I can only remember Nick Fury.
You are
That is
half
half of it.
correct there on Nick Fury. Caleb, how about you?
Maria Hill.
That is Maria Hill is the other person. That's right, Nick Fury and Maria Hill. Boatman gets another point as we edge just slightly closer to the end of round 1.
Nice job. Nice job.
All right, Boatman, a few points ahead. Let's see what happens. This final, very important question. No bonus questions this time, folks, but you will get question number 10. Could he close the gap? Will we see it expand? Let's see, boys. Your category is Star Wars. Your question, in The Force Awakens, how much is Rey offered for her first bunch of scrap? Rey out there just making it work, scraping by every day. Very, very inspiring story. And to think
Literally
she's
work
born into
for
wealth.
food.
All right, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No repeats. Pens are down. We will go to Caleb.
1/4 portion.
1/4 portion is correct, giving him one more big point. Can Sandy answer it back?
I cannot. I said 3.5 portions.
3.5 portions, not quite correct, unfortunately. So with that, gentlemen, round number 1 is complete on the books, and we are down to a 7-3 lead for Caleb Boatman. But it all gets real interesting here, folks. My absolute favorite round, the wheel round, because it punishes you, it teases you, and every now and then it rewards you. We're going to bring up that wheel, and we're going to get ready to go with your rules for round number 2. All right, gentlemen, we have the wheel up for you now. I will read you the wheel categories and then the rules. The categories today will be Marvel, Transformers, movie release dates, Middle-earth, Star Wars, DC, Wizarding World, DC Extended Universe, Star Trek, Marvel Cinematic Universe, and of course the ever-present opponents and spinner's choice. The rules for round number 2 are as follows. Gentlemen, you will spin the wheel. Each of you will land on a category. If you do not like the category, you have one option to spin again unless you land on opponent's choice, which you must keep. Once you pick a category, you'll be asked 5 questions from that category. Each of these questions will initially be worth 2 points. If you do not know the answer, you may opt in this round to go to multiple choice. You'll be given 4 possible answers. However, the value of the question will be reduced to 1. Should you miss a question or you just don't answer in time, get it incorrect, your opponent will have the opportunity to steal. Steals are live in this round. They will be able to answer the question. If they get it correct, they will steal the current value of the points. Remaining on the board, Sandy, 1 repeat, 1 challenge. Caleb, 3 repeats and 1 challenge. Do you understand the rules? And gentlemen, are you ready? Caleb?
Yeah.
Sandy?
Yes.
All right. So with that, Caleb, you are in the lead at the moment, currently 7-3. Would you like to spin first or defer to your opponent?
In the words of Paul Oyama and Michael Campbell, apple bottom jean boots with defer.
The whole club looking at Sandy Robinson. Sandy, spin it at your will.
He won't hit the floor, but he's gonna go.
Well, it is spinning around, and he might hit the floor, depending on if it lands on a bad choice, but he did skimp past opponent's choice, and he lands on Middle Earth.
This is a make or break category for every Geek player.
Certainly does seem important to do your studying. Does he want to keep it? We will.
No, spin again.
All right. He will spin again.
All right. I don't mind that spin again. If you're in a spot where you're down a couple of points, you want to catch up, you want to get a strong category, could be worse, but no.
Wait a minute.
Choice and lands on Star Wars. All right. So let's go right ahead into it. And what the heck? Why don't I go ahead and ask these questions to you, Sandy? You don't mind?
No.
The category for your round 2 is Star Wars. You will get 5 questions. Your first question, Sandy. What does Princess Leia call Han Solo when she tells him they are going into the garbage chute?
Wow.
5, 4,
multiple choice.
3. Multiple choice it is. Your answers are A, scoundrel, B, nerf herder, C, smuggler, D, flyboy.
It's D, flyboy.
It is D, flyboy. Good for a point on the board. Well navigated with that question. Brings you to 4. Your second question in round number 2, Sandy. Besides Mon Mothma and Admiral Akbar, who briefed the rebels about the upcoming Battle of Endor? Now, fun fact, Ryan, this actually isn't in the credits for the movie, but the Elk was actually one of the admirals who briefed them. It's just they cut me out of the final edition.
Well, I mean, it's whenever George Lucas always likes to remaster his versions, he always either changes or he likes to take something out. I mean, I learned a long time ago, a relative of mine actually was one of the pilots, but apparently they did not want to see too many rebels being shot down during the Battle of Yavin 4. So at least I know he didn't die on screen.
All right, and with 5, 4, 3.
It's General Nadine.
General Nadine, correct for 2 points.
I was trying to answer, but there was too much.
Yeah,
talking.
Yes.
Talking in round 2 has been a problem, I know, with Nico.
All right, gentlemen, we will go to your third question in this second round. For you, Sandy, by release dates, who is the first Star Wars character to vocalize that they are having a bad feeling about this?
Okay, just a point of reference chronologically or release?
By release dates.
Then it's C-3PO.
That is incorrect. We will go to Caleb for the possible steal.
Is it Han Solo?
It is not. It is Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. That moment when they're being dragged in by the Death Star.
Okay.
Luke Skywalker on our document here. No challenges that I can see coming up on that question, so no points for either competitor. Question number 4, Sandy in Star Wars. Near the beginning of the Clone Wars, there is a battle taking place on Christophsis between a small Republic clone army and forces from what organization?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, banking clan, B, techno union, C, retail clan, D, commerce guild.
I'm going to say the Techno Union.
Techno union is incorrect. We will go to Caleb. Your options for the potential 1-point steal: A, banking clan, B, techno union, C, retail clan, D, commerce guild.
I'm going to say Commerce Guild.
Commerce guild, also incorrect. We have retail clan. Retail clan was the answer. And your fifth and final question in round number 2, Sandy, you could take the lead if you get this 2 points or tie it up with 1, and then we will go to Boatman's round. Question 5, in how many Star Wars films will you see Yoda on screen? I wonder if he's hiding in the other movies. 5, 4,
6.
6 is the answer given. That is incorrect. We will go to Caleb. Caleb, you have 15 seconds.
Boatman doing the math.
5, 4.
8.
And the answer was 7.
What's the 7?
Yeah.
I do not have that information.
The 3
I got
prequels,
The 3
Empire,
prequels.
Return, and the Clone Wars.
And Last Jedi.
Last Jedi.
And isn't he in Rise of Skywalker? Am I forgetting?
No,
Not in Rise. I knew he wasn't in Rise, but
I believe it is. I was certain when I heard that question that was what it was, but I'm not an expert, so I let Ryan answer that one. 7 films, prequels, original.
Technically, you cannot count Rise of Skywalker until it's available, like for Blu-ray and DVD, like here in the States. I mean,
Oh,
it's not.
on Voodoo? It's on digital right now.
All right, do we have a challenge on the board, gentlemen?
I don't think he's in it. I'm just saying it is.
All right, with no challenge.
Yoda for sure is not in Rise of Skywalker. My only question was the wording of the question is that appeared on screen.
In how many Star Wars
Force Ghost is
Yoda on screen?
Yeah,
So no challenge on the board from either competitor. It sounds like interesting, a little bit controversial at the end of that round, but that's okay. We will be going ahead and bringing the wheel back up. Go ahead at your ready, Caleb.
Spin.
And through the magic of technology, he spins the digital wheel. It goes around and round and lands on.
Look at that.
What a match for Sandy today, because his opponent has just spun Spinner's Choice. Spinner's
fix is in.
Caleb.
Give me that Scott Man's magic.
It's been a while since I've seen a competitor pick movie release dates in a geek match.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun.
Because I'm not a geek competitor. I'm just here.
All right, then let's pull up movie release dates. Let's see. Wow, it almost looks like
It's well down the document.
Here we go. All right, Caleb. Yes, there we go. I got it. All right, Caleb, I will be reading you your 5 questions in movie release dates. And here is your first question. What year was Batman Begins released?
$2005.
Okay, I had a slight lag in mine. 2005. 2005 is correct for 2 points. All right, let's move on to our second question. 2016 saw the release of what film featuring Thor? Wait, is that question right?
Doctor Strange.
That is correct. Doctor Strange is correct for 2 more
Running through
points.
this round so far.
All right, let's move on to our third question. And that question, Batman and what other DC character had a film released in 1989?
You're looking for the character. Swamp.
That's correct, the character. Another 2 points as we move to his penultimate question in movie release dates. And the question is, James Cameron's Avatar was released in what year?
2009.
As I contemplate whether this is a geek movie, but he is correct, 2009. All right, here we are. Caleb's final question, and if he's able to get, if he gets the full 2 points, that would be a knockout. If he goes multiple choice, this will just be 1 point, and we move into round 3. Here we go. Caleb, your final question in movie release dates. Since the release of Iron Man, an MCU film has released every year except for the following year. Wait, what?
I think I understood.
Yeah, me too.
What? Well,
Hold on. Let's do this question again.
Since the release of Iron Man, an MCU film has been released every year except which year?
Yeah.
okay. 2009.
And your winner.
By way of knockout, it is Caleb Lil Boat Boatman.
We running this. Let's go.
2009 fought hard, but Spinner's Choice coming like a dagger to the chest. Caleb Boatman put them up, knock them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and like that, it's knockout. That's a big, big win for Caleb. Ryan, oh, what do you think of that round there?
Man, that was definitely intense. I mean, it was clear round 2 could have been beneficial to either opponent, but it was a moment. But when Caleb did movie release dates, it was, let's just say, it was definitely interesting. He swept every question, getting that knockout. And there's no shame to Sandy. He did come crawling. He did come roaring back, closing that gap in the first round. And it seems that Star Wars, in most matches, it usually cripples opponents, but seeing how Sandy was able to survive Star Wars is nothing to be ashamed of for his performance, in my opinion.
And to both competitors, based on everything I've heard online, there's a lot of people who want to forget about The Last Jedi. I'm not one of them, but definitely could see how that one could slip your mind with Yoda. But with that, of course, we have 2 big competitors. We've got a big win for Caleb. He's moving on with that victory under his belt. And we will talk to both competitors. Let's go ahead and take it to the post-match interviews right now.
Welcome, Face Off Fanatics. I am David, the Spaniard Garcia, doing your post-match interviews in this Geektacular match, and I am with Sandy, the newly renamed Sandman in this league. Sandy, gotta say, that was a rough one for you today.
Yeah, you're telling me. I just played a geek match and did really, really well. And to get 6 points in a knockout against, who I said right at the beginning of the match in my promos, Caleb he's just a special player. So it doesn't matter if this is his genre or not. If he gets an opportunity, he doesn't miss. So, while I was sitting there ready to pounce on some of those release date questions in round 1, even then, I still put myself way behind in round number 1. Just couldn't get into a rhythm. Started there with, 3 correct answers in the middle of the round and then just fell off again. So my hat's off to Caleb. He's an amazing player. And I just hope I get another shot at some point.
So speaking of round 1, do you think that with each missed question, the nerves, you start getting into your head, but you are an experienced player, so is that still a thing that happens?
Absolutely. People can say whatever they want about, other leagues or whatever like that. But the minute you put on these, this headset and, start your camera up, it's just like the lights are on you. I also think that it's a little bit, and this is not an excuse in any stretch of the imagination, but because I've been around for a while, there's also that pressure. that I have the experience. I've been under the lights for a long time. Should I be able to, and this is, apparently one of my stronger leagues for Geek, but I don't know if it was, I don't know if it was nerves. It's just whenever you get a question wrong, you always want to get the next one right, because you don't want to slide, right? And then when you start to slide, it's hard to pull out of the slide. So round one, was rough, was a rough round for me. And it just, it accumulated itself in round number two, hitting Middle Earth first and then spinning away from that, which I thought was the right idea. But getting Star Wars and as deep as they're getting, it's getting a lot harder.
Yeah, Star Wars is a category that's, if you are not very sure of your knowledge, or if you don't have the movies very fresh, considering we have a division dedicated to Star Wars now, which is, by the way, coming soon. So stay tuned because you are on the list. Star Wars is a category that you have to be, but I mean, you maneuvered around it, but Clone Wars and those specific ones, you just couldn't pull it today, but we will have you back. You want to come back? Anyone you want to call out?
No, not really. Anybody that you've got that's, got an, 0-1 record or 0-0 record, doesn't matter to me. I'll play anybody for the most part. I set them up and I'll try to knock them down or get knocked out myself.
Now you have a 1-0 record in singles, so you will be coming back to that division hopefully soon as well, with that run for the title. And now, Sandy, let's talk about your league, Full Metal. We have been having a few crossovers here lately. RJ came to call a match with me not so long ago, and in Full Metal, tell us what's happening over there.
Well, we just got our season underway this year. Of course, Snowball came out in those two amazing videos, showcasing a lot of awesome talent. The Robert the Spider Parker retaining and retiring undefeated to go up to the Schmodown. We also, our team's tournament is starting now that we, this coming up week. I believe on Wednesday, the team title match will drop. And then we will be set to start announcing the matches for the team's tournament. Also, if you guys weren't paying attention on Facebook on the Full Metal channel, please go and subscribe. Lots of good information comes out of there. Like my team partner, Jeremy, the Adam Adams, the reigning, defending, undisputed Full Metal champion, singles champion, it has retired as well. So we're on the lookout for a new singles champion as well. And those matches will start happening relatively soon as well.
And with that, yes, go check out Full Metal. They are putting an incredible content. Yours truly will be starting on their Geek division as well really soon. Sandy and all the administration team doing a great job. We have a lot to learn from them. Full Metal has been around for a while, and their content is great, so go check it out. And now I will be coming back with the winner today, Caleb, Lil Boat, Boatman. And I am back with your winner today, a humble winner, but 7 points in round one, perfect round in round two, a knockout. I mean, for not being a Geek player, Caleb, you held your own really well today.
I mean, I got my strength in round two. I think that's
Yes.
And it's the one strength where that's probably the strength that's best for players who aren't Geek players. Let's be honest here. That is the one category that is almost essentially similar to it's the same category as one you would find in singles. It's just more narrowed down, which really makes it easier than a singles movie release stakes category. So I don't like to say I got lucky, but I think the wheel went in my favor and it didn't go in Sandy's favor today. Like, that's to me the way it is. Like Star Wars, like you said, one of the deepest categories that you can get, because Schmodown has Star Wars questions in IG and the Star Wars division. You guys have a Star Wars division and you have Star Wars everybody has Star Wars, so they have to get a lot deeper, and that limits the questions that can be asked a little bit. But Sandy maneuvered it well. He knew ones that I didn't, so he did a good job. He just the wheel went my way; it didn't go Sandy's way, and that's just the way it is. I know Sandy's going to be back. You give him something like Star Trek, and he's going to run the table. I think this was a match that was not emblematic of Sandy's skill as a player.
Yeah, we can agree on that. The Sandman is a great player. I have seen him performing in a lot of Geek Center stuff, and he does really well. But I don't want to talk you down either. You say you got lucky on the wheel, okay, but you got 7 points in your first round. So,
the person who I have to thank for that is my fandom team partner, Thomas Scully, because he's the person who basically pushed me to be like, I basically, because if you don't know, Multiplex is fandom, which is where I'm team partnered with him, and that's where I'm like, okay, we played for a title recently, and that's where it's like, okay, I don't want to be the reason we lose. So I'm going to actually watch a few geek movies to try and get us better. So thank you, Thomas, for being so good that you make me feel inadequate.
That's another reason to improve. So, I mean, as good as any other. So, Caleb, now you punched your ticket to World War Geek. You may even become the first ever Movie Trivia Face of Geek champion.
That's not happening.
Okay.
No. I mean, nice that I'm playing in World War Geek, like, because that's just those like big free for all things are just fun. They're fun to play in, and so like we'll see what happens. I don't see things, go. This is a league that I play in. Like I said, I play here for fun. This is just fun to play. I love to play trivia, so I'm always happy. I don't see this as a league where I can become a champion. The league that I really want to be a champion in is singles. That's where I want to be coming for all the belts, all the records, as John Roca said.
Well, your singles match is going to come up. I am not sure if it's going to come up before this one or after this one, but really, really close. So I won't really say anything about the result. So
good idea. Set for Warzone.
But but we know you will be playing in singles really soon, or you had already played.
That's the way that time works.
That's exactly how time works. It doesn't go forward always. So, Caleb, it was wonderful to have you here as always. So, Multiplex, we have Full Metal with Sandy. We have Multiplex today, a lot of crossovers. As I said, maybe one day we can have one of you guys calling a match with us. So,
definitely.
What is happening on Multiplex?
Oh, and I did call that frenzy match.
You did call that frenzy match.
That was so much fun. You need to have me and Coho back on the desk for that.
I remember that frenzy match really well.
That was so much fun. But yeah, Warzone. I run Multiplex Movie Warzone, which is our general movie division of Multiplex. We've got a lot of things coming out right now. I don't know when this is released, but we probably should be in the middle of our team tournament by the time this gets released, or just ending it and we're about to start the singles tournament. I don't know when this is getting released. But
so Cody is editing it, so I think it's going to be soon, because he's a lot more, consequent than I am. So he will probably get it done.
So we should be in the middle of the Warzone team tourney, which has a lot of scary good teams. So that should just be a lot of fun. Be sure to check that out. Check out Multiplex Fandom, which is like a Geek League, but as I mentioned before, it's a little bit different. You got I'll really check out all the Geek Leagues if you're a Geek player, because they all offer a different experience, and I highly recommend every Geek Fan League, whether it be MTFOs, Full Metal, or Multiplex, and really check out all the fan leagues in general, because they all offer unique experiences. So just get involved with the community. I would also recommend just be in the community. If you're watching and you're like, hey, I want to play, do that. Join all the leagues, have a good time, make friends. This is a great place 99% of the time.
And to be fair, now that we are all stuck at home, what better thing to do you have than playing and watching our videos, right?
Exactly. We don't have any option. You can't go outside. Watch matches. Join the Facebook groups. Get in the Discord chats. Talk to people. You're not talking to people anywhere else. You're stuck inside.
All right. And with that, talk to people online. Don't go outside. That's an advice from Caleb, Little Boat, Boatman. Now let's go back to the desk to Andrew, the Elk, and Ryan, Caramel Mountain Pain.
Movie Trivia Face-Off post-match interviews brought to you, unfortunately, by David the Spaniard Garcia. Somebody with whom I'd like to practice a little social distancing. Ryan, not a big fan of him, and he's been socially distancing himself from me, ducking that potential match that I'd like to have with him. We'll see what happens there. But what happened today? Two competitors went in. Rough day for one of our competitors. We all know what Sandy's capable of. Not his day-to-day, but Caleb Boatman down the road. I mean, he's easygoing now, but I think in the future, he's going to be glad to look back at his record and see a KO stamped on that sheet. And Ryan, World War Geek is what they're talking about. It's coming up. If you're in World War Geek, folks, I would look out. I think, Ryan, you'll probably agree with me when I say Caleb Boatman being in there could be dangerous for you.
Yeah. Do not let his demeanor in the post-match interview, and do not let this performance really tell you one story. Having a KO on your record is definitely very intimidating. And to be honest, with World War Geek, you have no idea where you're going to be placed in this match. So Caleb that KO could give Caleb a very high probability of him being next to last, or it could put him somewhere in the middle to where he can start cleaning out so many competitors to where even if he doesn't win, he'll come out looking like a strong player. And look, with Sandy, I'll admit I've had bad matches myself to where I thought maybe I should stay away from a certain league for a while, but it's just, getting back on the horse. It's going to take a while, but trust me, it will not be surprised when Sandy comes back again. He's going to be putting a lot of opponents to sleep, pun intended.
That's right. Definitely two competitors that I don't think there's any doubt we're going to see a whole lot more of here in the Movie Trivia Face-Off. And of course, we hope to see a whole lot more of you. Thank you once again for joining us, fans out there, for this fantastic matchup. Remember, it's not just the people you see on screen who are doing all this hard work. Our question writers get mentioned a lot. Our editors get mentioned a lot. Everybody scrolling by on the bottom of the screen. Gotta love them. Please like and subscribe on Facebook. And if you are somehow watching this and you are not a patron of the Schmodown, you like us, you're going to love the Schmodown. Check them out at patreon.com/Schmodown for a lot of fantastic movie trivia action. All the other great fan leagues out there you've heard a lot about as well. If you like movie trivia, hey, you're locked inside. Check it out. Take a look at all of them. But from myself, from Ryan Payne, and from everybody here at the Movie Trivia Face-Off team, I want to say to you, thank you once again for joining us. Stay safe, stay healthy out there, and I'll see you next time we face off.